Hello, I'm here to do my update for the 2022 Chloe Ting Weight Loss Challenge, day 15. Yeah, day 15. Oh my gosh, I had a rough day, man. I'm not gonna lie, I had a rough day. That heartburn, it pretty much, stuck with me throughout the day. Not the pain, fortunately that subsided, but all day it was just burping and horrible indigestion. Like, wow. I'm just kind of shocked actually, and kind of bummed because I really do like ribs. I don't eat them very often, but it really made me feel icky, like so icky. I will not be doing that again. I won't be craving ribs anytime soon. It's just shocking to me though, like 3 ribs. It was such a small amount. I'm so surprised that it had that effect on me, but it did. I ate vegetarian today and that felt better. It felt better in my body. I'm drinking some detox tea. It's a Tulsi tea, so that helps too. I kept my hydration up. I did do my workout today and I was very grateful because it felt like the intensity was a little bit lower than it normally is, or maybe it's that I'm getting stronger and my endurance is getting better, but I did really well through this workout and almost did everything, including in the strength sections at the higher intensity level. I definitely did it through all the circuit training. I stuck at the high intensity level. My movement is just improving day by day by day by day. My shoulder is a little sore right now. I'm noticing that being in the low planks, where you're resting on your forearms, it's really hard on my right shoulder. I had an injury on my right shoulder before. And it's feeling kind of sore right now. And I think it's sort of telling me like, I've had enough of that. So I'm going to have to probably modify that a little bit. It's mainly in like the side planks and getting on my elbow like that. It really aggravates my shoulder. So I think I'm going to have to maybe, I don't know, do high side plank where, I have straight arm instead of on that, putting all the brunt of the weight on my elbow, or figure out some way to modify it just until I get this not feeling so sore, and then I'll challenge its edge again. Because that's how you strengthen, your weak links is you kind of have to go through that, a little bit of that discomfort process where you just encounter the pain just enough to like remind your muscles that yes, this is how you're supposed to be able to move. And yes, joints, you're supposed to have this kind of mobility. I mean, nothing's like locked up on me, but I'm just feeling like this twinge of soreness. I'm gonna get all technical here in my scalenes, right above. The scalenes are these muscles right above your clavicle, okay? And they play a really big role in a lot of shoulder pain and neck pain. And people don't often pay attention to these little muscles in here. But that's where I'm feeling the pain, and it's kind of like leading to some soreness right around my rotator cuff. And sometimes, that can lead me to a frozen shoulder. So I'm hoping that's not what happens. That would be very frustrating. We're not going to call that in. So delete. But this is about, acknowledging where my body is at. And this is the first time I really noticed it, where after I did my workout today, I was like, ooh, that's really sore. I'm not feeling that. I think I need to be a little bit more mindful about how I do some of those moves, and remember, that I am a fuller figured broad. Okay, so it's a significant amount of weight to put on my elbow like that, and my forearm. So I just need to be mindful, and I might need to adapt some of those moves a little bit so my body feels better supported, and then I'm not sore like this. I did ice, I iced for about 15 minutes. I think I may do one more round of icing before I go to bed. Those of you who don't know, I'm also a body worker, and I've been a body worker for over 27 years. I do like sports massage and physical therapy oriented massage, transformational body work. I don't do club rubs, okay? I don't do like the foo-foo stuff. I'm not your girl. Can't you tell? Like, I'm a pretty like direct, sort of upfront kind of person, and that's the same approach I have to the body work I do. It's like, you want to get off the table and feel different, I'm going to make sure that happens. You're not going to leave with the same body you came in with. So, I take a really like practical approach to strengthening where there's weak links. That's how I rehabbed my knee. I had a bad fall, and I rehabbed my knee by going upstairs. And, there were some days where it was excruciating to use my left leg to push off the step, and I could only do like 3 steps, and that was my limit. And just every day I pushed it just a little bit more. It's that progressive resistance, okay? I pushed it just a little more, just one more step, just take one more step, until now I got my knee pretty much rehabbed because I strengthened it. And strengthening your weak links, it makes a big difference. So if any of you are dealing with any kind of like challenges like that, don't try to baby it too much. Don't brace your stuff all the time. Don't always wear your knee brace or your wrist brace or whatever. It's fine when you're working out, to give that added support. But if you keep a brace on all the time, you're going to really fuck yourself. You're going to lose your range of motion. It's not going to heal properly. It's helpful, to just safely, okay, and mindfully, but to challenge that edge and just, it's okay for it to hurt a little as you're strengthening. So I'm feeling this. This is an old injury site for me. And I'm being mindful of that. And it's like, okay, so I challenged my edge, and my body is now telling me that's enough of that. You're going to have to alter that move a bit, she does do quite a bit of that too. So, it'll be interesting to see. I don't know. I could wake up tomorrow and it could feel like, like nothing. Sometimes that happens. So we'll see. Just like I woke up this morning with heartburn. I didn't expect that. Anything's possible. So yeah, anyway, I had a really good workout though. I was probably my strongest. It was my best workout yet. And I didn't feel as taxed afterwards. I'm really seeing like so much improvement, and I'm really stoked about that. My body is feeling so much better, and I just want to be able to move forward, I want to move forward. I want to, continue to build on this, continue to keep that momentum going, this positive momentum going. So that's, where I'm going to focus my energy. And I don't want anything derailing me, man. Like, I just spent like so much time, right? Rehabbing my knee issue. It took me quite a while to rehab my knee. So when this comes up and I'm like, ooh, okay, I'm really feeling some soreness there, I think I want to be mindful. You don't want to injure yourself. It's so important. It's so important. You got to listen to your body, right? So yes, that's what I would say. And I know we talked about this before with the injuries, how some people said, oh, well, I got injured, doing the Chloe Ting challenge. It really is a matter of listening to your body. If your body responds and says, hey, you know what? this is feeling really sore, like you need to back off a little bit, you know? If it feels like it's at that edge where it's like, ooh, if I push that, I could injure myself. You need to back off, you know? Don't be so stubborn, you know? Don't be so stubborn that you ignore the communication of your body and just say, well, I'm just going to press ahead and I'm going to just do it, you know? I'm going to do it anyway. Figure out a way around it. You can still move forward, do a different move, you know, that maybe works the same area of the body. Just, you know, bring a different move in at that point if it's something that's going to, you know, impact that soreness you have and potentially lead you to an injury. Because if you're feeling really sore and if you're at that point, that means, you know, you got to let it recover. You got to let it fully recover. If you don't let it fully recover and you push through it, then you're going to have a real problem, you know. And I'm not stubborn. I've learned those lessons. I'm not stubborn. So I'm going to respect that. I don't know, you know, what tomorrow's workout will be. But I'm just going to, you know, do everything. And any of that, like forearm, it's mainly when it's just on the one forearm, it definitely feels like, ooh, okay, really working that edge of that old injury. Okay. So anything where she goes into that, I think I'm going to just have to get creative and figure out an alternative on the spot. I'm pretty good at that though. So yeah, so I'm feeling better now. I'm feeling better, and hoping to wake up feeling nice and good and strong, and you know, no more tummy troubles. I don't think I'll have that. Like I said, I ate all vegetarian today, and that tends to feel really good in my body. And I had a pretty light eating day too, so. I just wasn't that hungry. My stomach didn't feel so hot, you know. Yeah, really interesting day and not what I expected. But despite it all, excellent workout. Day 15 is done. And I will be back tomorrow with another check-in to let you know how day 16 goes. All right, see you then.